Hey everyone, welcome to today's streaming event, the BSC GameFi Expo Part 2. For those who have joined us on Wednesday, and once again, you guys are here today, thanks for taking the time out. For all those people who are tuning in for the very, very first time, um, once again, also thanks for making the time out, taking the time out of your busy schedules and coming here to join us. For this BSC GameFi Expo, um, we do have an ongoing projects kind of airdrops on CoinMarketCap, and all the projects that has participated over the course of these on two events, part one and part two. Both for all of them are actually running the airdrops on CoinMarketCap right now, right? It's just a friendly reminder. It's $100,000 worth of tokens for these airdrops, and to qualify, you would have to follow the task required in each project's individual airdrops in order to enter the draw. In order to find out more information in terms of the specifics, please visit the CoinMarketCap website and go to the specific project that you're interested in and view your airdrop requirements. Right. So without further ado, I would like to invite our very, very first speaker for tonight's event. It is someone from the project Defi Warrior, and joining me today would be Victor, the co-founder.
Yeah,
hey, Victor,
hello.
welcome.
Yeah, hey, Julian. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
Would you like to do like a short introduction about yourself as well as Defi Warrior?
Yeah, so I'm Victor Chung. I'm the co-founder of Defi Warrior, and we started the game a few months ago. Luckily, because as you know, that is the time for the GameFi, and now we already did the IDO and also listing on some exchanges, and in this October we will launch the game. So the team are working very hard now, and we already sell the NFT Warrior to the community. Yes. So a little bit about DeFi Warrior now. Yep. And
sure.
So yes.
I understand that you prepared something in the form of maybe a presentation as well as
yes,
a
yes.
video to tell.
Firstly,
Right.
okay. Firstly, could you support me to with the video, the teaser about DeFi Warrior to play the video?
Yeah, of course.
So I think that's some yes, as you can see here is about DeFi Warrior and about our teaser. You can see that the character might be the first time you see the character, the Bitcoin character here. Yes. Did you see the video running? See this. Oh yes. And as you can see here, the warrior that will fight with the boss. Yes. So it's just the teaser about DeFi Warrior, and now I will share my screen to show about yes. So just wait for me for a few seconds.
Sure, no worries. In that case, then I'll leave the community in your hands to go through that presentation that you prepared for them. Okay.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Oh, perfect. So as you can see here, we are DeFi Warrior, and it's a combination between the DeFi and the Warrior. So in the game, we apply the DeFi. As you can see that the Bitcoin character and Bitcoin Cash, and here Binance. Yes, this man he's Binance. So you know that in the game we really want to bring the benefits, not just for us, not just for the game player, but also for the crypto project. And what makes DeFi Warrior unique? As you can see here, we have three key points. The first one is we are the first crypto character and crypto galaxy game concept. So in the game, you can see that we have the story about a crypto, and we want to bring the crypto galaxy into the game, and every events of the crypto world will be reflected in the game. And as you can see that each blockchain is a planet, and also we have the land, and the users, the game players, they can use the land for farming or to training the character and do mining. And each crypto is a character or is a warrior. So as you can see here, is the Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, and they are NFT and they're unique. And the second point, because we want to swing the crypto galaxy into a game, so we must talk about the price, and we will use the crypto price movement. So it's a very, I think, it's interesting point when the user they can have some maybe the movement of price will boost the power of the character of the warrior. And you can see here maybe the Bitcoin and the Dogecoin fighting to each other. And I think Elon Musk he will like this game. Before going to this game, maybe he will tweet on Twitter to make the price pump, and then the Dogecoin will have a stronger power in the game. But don't worry about that, because we will make a capped about 20% only to boost the strength of the warrior. And so it's about the game features now, and you can go to my website, and you can yeah, buy the warrior. You can trade on the NFT marketplace, and also you can do some NFT staking in the game. So here is the current price. You can see the lowest price now is more than 100, but you can buy the warrior from our platform only just a few dollars. But it's limited, and you can use the warrior for staking. Yeah, and you can jump to the game, and you can see that the gameplay here. So the first point, we are different because we will use the IGO, so we call it initial game offering, and it's the same like the IDO, but different. You can see here when the IGO participant they must meet some requirements. For example, with they must hold some our token, native token is the FIWA token, and they must have a warrior, and then we will stake them and join the IGO pool, and then when you pay for the ticket on the IGO pool, you will receive the warrior from the new crypto project, and also you receive the token from that project. So that's the concept of the IGO here, and we create demand for the crypto project. Also, we create the earning for the users that they buy the token from that project, because they have the warrior here to play the game. And our upcoming roadmap, as you can see here, we are collaborating with Kyber DMM and MDEX for joint liquidity mining. And also we already released some function like stake the NFT, and also the NFT marketplace, or stake NFT to earn FIWA. And in the near future, in a few weeks later, we will release the game. So with the alpha version, the beta version, and the full game release in October and early in November. So it's about the short-term roadmap, and in the long-term view, we really want to create a blockchain game ecosystem. So we want to make it decentralization, so the users of our platform they can contribute to the art style, and when the FIWA holder they approve or they vote for that art, so it may become the NFT on our platform. So the maybe the designer they can earn money from that, and also the NFT will be trading on the game. So that's the very quick brief about the Defi Warrior, and thank you for listening.
Thanks for the short introduction about DeFi Warrior. I understand that you've actually also prepared a really special gameplay video for the community.
Yes,
Let's
yes,
let's
yes, of
let's show
course.
them how awesome DeFi Warrior is.
So could you help me to show the
Sure.
video? Yeah. So as you can see here, when the game player they jump into the game and they must hold the you must or at least the 3 warriors to play the PvP. But when you play the PvE, you only need 1 warrior. So it's about the kind of game concept here. It's the turn-based. Yes, you can have the PvE or PvP, and also in the game you will have many events in the game. So I could talk about the tips later, but you must. I recommend that you should hold 1 warrior in the game, so you can join our events. You can join our IGO. You can join our some special earning because we will collaborate with other platforms. For example, with Kyber Network, and when you play the game here, you can earn the token from Kyber Network with the KNC, for example. So it's about the demo for the gameplay. Yes, thank you.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Maybe before we move on to the next speaker, when did you say that the game will be launching again?
Oh, in October. In October,
In
we
October.
are yes. In maybe at next week. Next week we will start the testnet program. So
Okay.
over 100,000 people they register for the testnet.
Wow, that's a
Yes,
lot.
and we yeah we must choose just only I think 1,000 or yes about 1,000 lucky
I
people
see.
to the
And how
whitelist to
long will
try the
the
testnet.
and how long will the testnet actually last for?
Yes, it's about maybe a few days or 1 week, so we can have time to
Okay.
fix the first of all, improve some features for the game, and we will be ready for the game maybe at the end of the October.
Got
Yeah,
it.
next month.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. That's really, really soon. All right. So thanks, Victor, for showing us a bit of what you guys have been working on, as well as a demonstration, and as well as an introduction to the DeFi Warrior project. So thanks, and I'll see you later on during the Q&A session.
Yeah. Thank you, Julian.
Thank you. The very next project that we actually have would be from the project from Faraland. We have actually Son Ho, which is actually the Chief Growth Officer with us today, and he'll be representing Faraland to do a short introduction in terms of what Faraland is all about, how the game works, as well as an exclusive gameplay video. So without further ado, let's welcome Sun Ho from Faraland. Hey, Sun.
Hi guys. Hi Julian.
Hey, it's good to have you back here with us. Yeah, I think previously you joined us on a couple of streams as well. Maybe not you in particular, but I remember the Faraland team did. So it's really, really great to have you back here. For people who are tuning in for the very first time, could you maybe do a slight introduction about yourself as well as the project?
Oh yes. Yeah, this is like my first time on the Binance Live. So hi guys, I'm Sunho. I'm the CGO of Faraland, and thanks to the opportunity that Binance Smart Chain has given us, it's such a great honor for me to be here today too with you guys. And without further ado, I'm going to like show a video to show you like our introduction.
Sure.
Yes, I've only edited. And
Faraland is a turn-based strategy and role-playing game. In the game, you can use your NFTs as heroes and compete with other players by learning powerful skills, collecting rare equipment, recruiting troops, moving around the map, capturing resources and joining battles. All heroes have mutually exclusive attributes, and after each battle, they earn the experience such that veteran heroes are significantly more powerful than the inexperienced ones. Faraland is inspired by the storyline, background, and online gameplay of the World of Warcraft, the Final Fantasy series, the Pokemon series, and Horizon Zero Dawn. In the game, players can do anything with each other and war battles can cost millions of dollars. Faraland focuses a lot on gameplay and concept before any other things. The project is a game, which means everything about a game must be held perfectly. Game system, storyline, character system, players versus environments, players versus players, co-op mode, adventures, quizzes, interaction between players, etc. We aim to capture the interest of users naturally as a game, besides being a blockchain and crypto project. NFT heroes can be bought via our NFT public sale or on the marketplace. Since our NFT sale has ended and we are not planning to open any more sales in 2021, you'll need to buy it on the marketplace from other players. There are 7 races of heroes in total: human, orc, elf, fairy, dragonborn, angel, and demon. Like any role-playing game, characters have different attributes which will greatly affect the outcome of battles. Strength, agility, intelligence, luck. If you go into details, you will see other stats such as HP, magical and physical stats, speed, etc. And there are body parts also. The rarity of body parts affect the attributes of a hero, so that 2 humans may not have equal strength, for example. Also, every hero has their own elemental type, and type advantage is one of the most important factors in battle. You can see that there are 8 types in total, and they have their own weakness and strength. For example, you can see that fire is weak against water, rock is strong against ice. NFT equipment can be bought using gacha machine or on the marketplace. Each item has their own rarities such as common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, and mythical. There are bonuses points if your hero wears a set of equipment. Also, is to prevent mythical equipment from outclassing other equipment. And remember, you can also upgrade the tier of the equipment. Regarding buying and selling NFTs, our NFT marketplace is a place for players to trade their NFT assets, including both heroes and equipment. Regarding gameplay, our main game is planned to come out at the end of the year. However, before that, our text game Expedition is expected to come out this September. This version doesn't focus on combat and battle system like the main version, but rather adventures, quests, and quizzes. This kind of gameplay could be new to many of you. Though it doesn't look like a hardcore game in this version, it contains more entertainment values, and especially you can still play to earn and make income within this version, while still strengthening your hero before the main versions to come out. In the game, players can create income as either Fara token or BNB token by battling with other players, completing quests, participating in tournaments, getting good equipments from gacha, fighting NPCs, completing quests or crafting, then selling those on marketplace, selling NFT heroes on marketplace, and other gaming activity which will be reviewed later. Besides play to earn, Faraland also focuses on play to experience. We aim to create a metaverse that many futurists envision, which is similar to the ones portrayed in sci-fi story like Ready Player One. Owning an NFT is to own a ticket to travel between different worlds on Faraland and Moon Knight Lab meta. Of course, in order to encourage the growth of Fara token, the token will be given many utilities such as staking to level up an NFT hero, raising the floor price of a hero, buying equipment in gacha, trading equipment in marketplace, upgrading equipment, changing the name of a hero, voting for various parameters, or other activities which will be disclosed later.
Oh yes, so that's all about like Faraland, and actually recently we also launched Fara Starter, which has many improvised features from other starter. But for that you will have to have a look at our social media page, and I think that's all for us for now. Do you have any questions, Julian?
You mentioned some really famous themes or games inside, right? Like Horizon Zero, Pokemon, Final Fantasy, and all that kind of stuff. What made you guys draw these kind of inspiration from these kind of games? And well, I think everyone looking at the video, they might have a keen understanding in terms of how the gameplay mechanics and all that kind of stuff work.
Yes.
Maybe because I think in the video it was referenced that you guys will be coming out with an earlier version, a PvE version first, and then people can just play to earn, train their characters and all that kind of stuff until the main version comes out, right? So I think for a lot of people who have watched the same video that I did, their questions might be, those are some really cool references that you made, and so far, what you said is that the main game would be coming. And this is only like a small part in terms of what you guys are really trying to build. So could you give us some kind of hints or clues in terms of what the real main game would be like?
Actually, about for the main game, there will be a combat version, but in the upcoming expedition text game, there's only like a text version. I don't know if you have played any text game before yet, but there are many like famous text games such as like The Walking Dead, for example, and the upcoming version is a part of that. And however, there will be so many differences can be made between from this version and that version, but to be honest, I cannot reveal all the details for the main version now. But yeah, I do have a few details for the upcoming version. But actually, do we have another part after this that we will review the more details of this, or should I do it now?
Let's show everyone, because I think everyone is like me, right? They want to know how the game would really look like, and you've really helped to build up that kind of expectations. So yeah, please show the video right now. We're all really excited.
Oh yes.
A long time ago, there was a myth about one portal connecting parallel worlds in the land of Meeson. Initially, people from other realms came to trade and cooperate with the citizens of Faraland. Over time, Meeson became one of the most prosperous municipalities in Faraland. But not all realms that came to Faraland had the same purpose. Soon after, the war between the realms turned Meeson, which was once a magical land, into an eternal frozen land. The gate to other realms was destroyed, leaving the vestiges of war in the city of Meeson. Although the war has ended, there are still people trapped in Faraland who are unable to return to their own world. The Meeson calls them Demi. Legend has it that Demi's lifespan is limited due to their distinct biological mechanisms. They need unfiltered primeval energy to prolong their lifespan. That energy is called the Soul Stone.
Wow, that was a really nice sneak peek in terms of what the story would be like, and really, really excited. You know, to actually really play. It seems like this is just like an RPG game. You know, so there should be a really interesting backstory behind you know, all the gameplay or all the characters and all that kind of stuff. Whose idea was it on the Faraland team to create something like this? Son, you're on mute. You're on mute. You have to unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so our whole team has been working together to create this. Actually, to be honest, it's been a while since our IDO has gone out, and people are waiting for game. However, there's so many questions to ask us that we only have like 20,000 hero at the moment. So I want to review something right now, because earlier in the video they talk about like the soulstone, and okay, so you know how we already have 20,000 heroes in total, right? So many of you think that it's impossible to play the game because the hero price is now much higher than in its initial price, right? The soulstone was born to onboard players who haven't got enough NFT heroes yet, and those soulstone can be used to summon demi heroes. So what are the demi heroes? Those heroes are still NFT heroes like other heroes. You can trade them, equip items for them, and use them in the game. However, they will have a limited time span. Whenever the lifespan runs out, new soulstone will be needed to prolong it. We'll soon announce the details later about the mechanism for this, and that's all I can review at the moment.
Okay. This is very interesting. You know, you guys choosing to keep everything under wraps. I'm sure, you know, everyone who in your community who has been waiting for this game, you must be driving them nuts. So, when does the beta version or the initial PVE version, when does it go live?
The initial version is like is planning to be at October.
Well, what about the main version?
The main version is expected to come out at the end of this year.
End of this year.
Okay. But to be honest, I need to share like this because we have a lot of audit to do, so it could be like delayed for 1 or 2 weeks or a bit more, but not too much.
Okay. In that case, I mean, thanks for sharing all this information with us. Thank you, Son, for taking time out for your busy schedule. Let's move on to our next speaker, and you know, Son, thanks for taking time out, and please stay for the Q&A session right after the last speaker. All right. Cool. All right, thanks. So we've seen what DeFi Warrior as well as Faraland has been up to. Some really interesting stuff. Some of the gameplay footages, referencing really great storylines as well as great legacy games, right? Next up, we have Levis from Binary X. So Levis is actually the chief speaker for Binary X's global markets, and he'll be here with us today to talk about what they've been working on. Hey, Levis.
Hi, Julian.
Great to have you here with us. Yes.
Yeah, it's great to be here. And hello to all everyone.
Cool. Before you share with us what you guys have been working on, would you like to do a project introduction as well as a short introduction about yourself?
Okay. I'm the head of marketing at Binary X. I'm Levis, and our game is called Cyber Dragon. It's a play-to-earn game based on BSC, and I think it's an adventure dragon game. It is powered by our team, Binary X, and players can create characters, create rare equipments, and challenge dragons. The final challenge is to defeat the ultimate boss, the Cyber Dragon. A hero will receive the Dragon Treasure House rewarded by defeating the dragon. So it's a fun adventure game, actually. I think the ultimate goal for our project is to make everyone can play to earn by our games. We have a dual tokenomic system, which is the combination of our governance token BNX and also our in-game currency gold coin. So we have 2 tokens at total, and you can try to play our games, and I will show you a demonstration on how to play our games directly on our game website later on. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for the introduction. As I understand, you know, Binary X, as well as Cyber Dragon, you guys are in the running for
Yeah.
the MVB3. How has something like this, you know, being one of the front runners for MVB3, how has it affected your schedule or your plans for the game? Because as I understand, you know, there's a lot of things, a lot of commitments that you guys will have to do as a participant of MVB3.
Yeah, I think it's a great honor to be a participant in MVB3, and there are lots of great, projects and among the MVP. I think for us, we just launched our game on August, and just for more than 1 month, and we're new in our game, and we just launched the beta version of our like PVE system. So it's a brand new experience, and but I think up to now we have more than like 100,000 heroes have been summoned, and it's a great success to us. And we'll continue to develop and make a better game experience for all our users. And I think the opportunity is quite huge in GameFi in this year. So we're looking forward to give more to the following months, and we have lots of plans. And I will introduce the detailed roadmap, in the following questions. Yeah.
Cool. Since the game is already live,
yeah,
could you share with us that demo that you just been talking about?
Yeah, I let me share my screen.
Sure. So I'll hand over the time to you, Levis, and I'll speak to you in a bit.
So can you share the screen for me? Okay, so you guys can see our website now. Okay, is it okay now?
Yes,
we can see your
screen.
This is our website, and it's a Cyber Dragon metaverse.
Yeah, this is
yeah, and
this is our website, and it's a Cyber Dragon metaverse. Yeah, this is
and you can see now we can combine the life skills and combat skills in our games. We have our danger, adventure, and daily reward system, and you can try to play our games to earn some gold coins by yourselves. Firstly, you have to recruit our heroes from here, and you just click the recruit hero, and you use 1 BNX. I think now it's less than $20, and you can have a 1 hero NFT. It's quite cheap for star players, and if you want to play a game, it shouldn't be too expensive for a starter. And you can, after you recruit a hero, you can see my hero here. There is a level 1, a star hero here, and you can see there are different attributes for a hero. The mainly attributes are strength, agility and constitution and willpower, intelligence and spirit, and you can try to upgrade your hero to a higher level and make your hero more powerful. And if you upgrade the hero to a higher level, then you can join our leaderboard to try to obtain the prizes, BNX prizes for a weekly basis, which means if you are a top 20 players for your hero, and you will win the BNX every week. So this is our top heroes here, and you can see the level for the number 1 hero is level 8. It's quite high level now, and you can also use your hero to do some daily work, like daily job. This is our base of the play to earn system for our game. If your hero do not meet our requirements, which means your strength is limited and you have not enough constitution, and then you can only do the part-time job. But if your hero attributes are more powerful, then you can do higher level jobs. We have several kinds of jobs here. You can see like the scribe and hunting jobs, and different heroes have different kinds of job they can join. And then if you want to achieve more, you can join our beta version. This is the first version of our dungeon adventure. The first adventure is the Goblin Village. It is the most peaceful one, I think, and most easy for the starter. You can choose adventure, and then you choose your level. Different level means different difficulties for your level, and then you choose the hero role, which I choose the warrior, and you can choose other hero too. Then you choose your token ID, and you can join our games by just pay some gold coins, which is the consumption of our gold coin. And then you can join the basic PvE. Then we wait for some times for the processing. And the battle start. We can see the warrior start to battle with the goblin enemy. And if you win, you will obtain some like gold coins or BNX if you are lucky enough, or if your hero is powerful enough. There might be some kinds of adventures that you think it's more difficult, so you have to level up your heroes in order to achieve more in our games. And also, if you want to exchange your hero, you can join our NFT marketplace, where you can exchange your hero with our players. This is the first version of our games, and also we have some like DeFi feature for our tokens. You can make some liquidity mining in our website. Yeah, this is our the basic introduction of our game.
Thanks for that, Levis. That certainly looks quite cool. For Cyber Dragon, maybe you can help to answer some of our the questions that I had. I think a lot of people wanted to know in particular because the game is already sort of live. What do you guys have in terms of your roadmap? What's coming in terms of updates for the game in the next coming 2 or 3 months or even 6 months?
Yeah, I think in September we have the first beta version of our PvE system, and in October we will try to launch our PvP system, and also the players can try to open some treasure chest, and then they can have some rare variables for their heroes to equip. So the equipment system will be updated, I think, next month. And also in November and afterwards, we will have some our union system and the map system will be opened. I think it is a trend for I think play-to-earn game to have some kind of like unions and battle or some kind of like battle union or renting system for heroes, which means the players can hire some other players, heroes to work for them or to battle for them, which is more fun. And also the players can be organized as a union to earn together. So I think that's more interesting, and we'll see the next version of our PV and PvP game will be more interesting and will have more kind of battle features. Yeah, so it will be updates in
Sure. So for
next
people
month.
who actually borrow these other players' heroes to battle, what does the person who's lending the hero, what do they stand to earn? Or is it just like, you know, renting and then that's it? Is there like some sort of incentive for people to actually lend out their heroes?
Yeah, I think it's the incentive for someone to lend their heroes is they just don't have some time to play the game, so they just leave their hero or to someone else, and they can earn some fixed salary or fixed income by themselves. And also, it is the add more values to our heroes because the NFT assets are more actually they can be have the like inflow of incomes. Yeah, that's quite meaningful for the NFT to earn some fixed income for them. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Then I guess I don't really have anything else. So let's move on to the question and answers. Let's welcome Victor as well as
Yes,
Sun
and come
back
back.
into the stream. Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Thanks for waiting for these question and answers. So we do have, and we have collected several questions over the course of the week. I think most of these questions are actually from the community. So the first question that we have, and please, each one of you guys, please do give your thoughts. This is a question for everyone, right? I think a lot of people are actually interested since, you know, GameFi is extremely new. What is each of your plans? How are you guys gonna actually bring people who are not really into crypto, non-crypto natives, into the ecosystem?
So
Maybe
maybe I will go first.
sure.
Yes. You know, I think that with the blockchain gaming and the game players, we can make some comparison with the gamers on the reward, very big number. I think more than 2 billion people, and the revenue more than 170 billion dollars. But in blockchain gaming, it's just only 5 billions. So you know that with the Defi Warrior, we really want to make some you know that educate the new users to the cryptos.
Yep.
So in our game concept, we could have you know with the nodes, with the coin mining and something like that. We apply the concept of play to earn and play to learn. So when you play DeFi Warrior, you will understand, oh my God, how blockchain works. Yeah, and how to mine the coin. You must have the CPU, you must have some, I think, graphic card, and you must have the power, the electricity, and something like that. So you can mine the coin, and you understand that what's the pool, what's the nodes, what yes, many new concepts, and also the fork. Yeah, so you will meet that terminologies in the game. And the second point here, you know that with DeFi Warrior, we care about the long-term vision. So you know, it's like a country. It's like a country. with a game, you know that it's like continue. It has the economy in the game. So we want to attract more the users, want to attract more the game players on the real world to DeFi Warrior. So we must do the the import and export to other countries. So here with DeFi Warrior, we collaborating with other crypto projects. For example, currently we are working with Kyber Network. We are working with Tomo Chain. We are working with Hyperchain and also the Phantom. So we will create a planet in DeFi Warrior. And so we could have the new warrior of Kyber Network, Tomo Chain, Phantom, or Hyperchain in DeFi Warrior. And then the users of that platform that we jump to DeFi Warrior and play the game. So you know that it's not just a game. It's about the ecosystem. It's about the earning. And with that point, you can see that the user, they can play DeFi Warrior and they can earn the token from the crypto from Kyber Network with the Tomo, with FTM from Phantom, and also the Hyperchain. So you can see that we are building the economy here, and we will take the resources from other countries to DeFi Warrior. So that's it.
Cool. What about you,
Yeah.
Son, Levis? Any input?
Yes. For me, we take a different approach. Like in order to bring non-crypto native into our system, we'll actually look at that in both the product perspective and the marketing perspective. Okay, so as for product, we will release the mobile app, which will be available on App Store and Google Play. This version will have some free features such as character, items, equipment. However, it won't include NFT features such as hero trading, or, for example. This will make ordinary user to have an easier way to experience the game without any knowledge about blockchain and crypto. After experiencing the mobile version, they can choose to access the full version with all the features regarding blockchain, crypto, and NFT, and so on later. And as for the marketing perspective, we actually have been establishing connections and partnership with influencers, streamer, gaming platforms, and traditional press. These channels are effective channels to bring Faraland to the mass market, like non-crypto market. Beside that, one of our advisors, Mr. Saurabh Khatta, will help us with this, as he has been working in marketing for famous brands such as Red Bull, Pepsi, Ford, Junior Games, etc. Yeah, I think that's our approach into this matter.
Interesting. How about you, Levis?
I think for non-crypto natives, the game should be easy to play and easy to start. So for them, I think the basics is to how to use the DeFi and NFT, as well as how to use the Web3 wallet. For example, the MetaMask wallet. So we should have some user guide and tutorial for them to help them to understand how the Web3 ecosystem work. And also the most important thing is the non-crypto natives, they are maybe they are used to be the all game players, so they will be attracted by the game to play to earn get model by the blockchain, and they will realize that they own they have the complete ownership of their asset, in-game asset as NFTs. So and maybe in the past, when the game turned down, or when the time passed by, the in-game asset might lost. By this won't be a matter in the blockchain game. So GameFi is a new trend. So we will cooperate with other like influencers on Twitter and also on YouTube to help the other non-crypto natives to get into this world, and they will find lots of opportunities for them to earn fixed salaries or incomes, especially those countries in the East Asian, Southeast Asian. their families have earned a lot of basic incomes from playing the blockchain game like Axie. So we will tell our users how you can earn from it. So it's a very exciting experience for them. Yeah.
Interesting. I think all three of you made some really, really good points, right? I think a lot of people who are actually coming into blockchain gaming now, most of them, right? Most of them are non-crypto natives. I think education is equally important, and of course, how to properly onboard them, the transition between normal gaming, as well as educating them in terms of why they should play game. All these are equally important. So thanks a lot, guys, for your answer. So moving on to the next question. As part of the game, okay, how do you actually keep a balance between developing the technology as well as improving the value of your token, right? More often than not, sometimes even though you might build a product, that doesn't actually mean that the value of the tokens in terms of what people are willing to pay for would increase, right? So how do you actually keep that balance?
Okay, let me answer this question first.
Sure, Letty.
I think for a GameFi, the success is depend on the first one is how you can balance your tokenomics, right? Because we have our in-game currencies, and there might be some inflation when the game players try to earn it. So we have to make some dynamic adjustments for our in-game currencies, not to inflate it too much to collapse the whole system. And also the another one dimension is the reality of our in-game assets. So we have to make it very clear that all your assets, the reality of the assets cannot be changed easily. The sustainable inflation rate for the in-game currencies also can make the game very balanced. And also, another one point to bring more use case to add value for our token is how to consume our tokens, right? So we have the some kind of mechanism like you have to consume our gold coin token to open the treasure chest and to obtain the rare variables. So also you have to use the our in-game currency to hire our other ones heroes or rent other people's variables. And also you have to have some kind of game union and also game competition system to attract more people. So I think sometimes we have to combine some DeFi features like fixed incomes, staking, lending, prediction, or lottery system in our games to make it more interesting.
Cool. What about you, Victor?
Yes, I think it's a very, very difficult question for the game publishers and the game producers. You know that because it's about the economy in the game. And as I mentioned, it's like a country. So if you are a country and you only produce the product and you print the money, and then you burn the money by yourself. So it's very, very hard. So with Defi Warrior, we seriously thinking about the balancing of the game, and we find a way that we must collaborate with other crypto projects. So as I mentioned, we need more resources from other crypto projects, and about the reward for users. If we use our token and invent token to pay for our game players, it's fine for I think a few months, but how about a few years? So a big problem, and we must hey Tomo-chan, do you want your warrior in the game more exciting, and you have more game players to buy your warrior and to hold your token? So come here, just give us some maybe Tomo token. I will make up the rewards for the game player. So that we apply the same mechanism like pancake swap. You know that pancake swap, they print the cake, they mean the cake every day, and they burn the cake every day. but they need the resources from other crypto projects to support them to burn the token. So here in DeFi Warrior, we must find some events like that. So in DeFi Warrior, we have the IGO. When we issue new warrior on our platform, so that's a very I think the good chance for us to burn the coin. It's the same like the IFO on PancakeSwap. So we apply the same mechanism. Yes. Thank you. Maybe Sơn, you can add more ideas or something like that about the game balancing.
Sure.
Yes, actually, in my point of view, it's like not really different from you guys. It's just that like for our Faraland, we just need to like expanding our ecosystem. As for example, we currently starting out like for a starter to have like more utilities for the token, and then of course there will be more coming like regarding the NFT gaming field only. For us, we don't look at the DeFi ecosystem as a whole, but we focus more on the NFT gaming ecosystem. Yeah, but just one more thing to note. I think that we don't really need to put much pressure on the growth of the token price, because like we're all like gaming project, right? And then as for gaming project, we should focus more on our game, and because like depend on how the audience take it. Are they the players, or are they the investor, or are they actually making a job out of our games? So as to increase the token value, just need to focus on the game. Just we only need to look at one thing at a time, I think.
Interesting. Yeah, because this is extremely important, right? As what Levis has mentioned, and what Victor has reiterated. In GameFi, you're not just talking about the game, right? The game, yes, the gameplay is important, but the economy behind it is extremely important as well. If you look at some of the more recent projects, a lot of the newer projects, they most of the time they have a very unsustainable kind of tokenomic model. The gameplay might be awesome, right? But after a while, the player just stops playing, right? Because one, they at some point, if you're giving out inflated kind of rewards, you would have to scale it back at some time, at some point, right? And when you scale it back, with all the fees on the blockchain, NFT minting, and all that kind of stuff, the player might not be earning anything at all. In fact, they might even be consuming more money than they're actually earning, right? So yes, I think the gameplay is extremely important, but the tokenomics as well as the game economy behind this entire GameFi game should be equally important as well. Okay, I have one question. So this is a question from Ihan Fong, directed towards DeFi Warrior. The gaming sector is extremely competitive, right? And many platforms have to work extremely hard in order to reach or grow their current users. So how does the DeFi Warrior team plan to compete with some of the existing gaming platforms? And if you do have some sort of incentive that you have in mind, what kind of incentive will you offer the gamers in order to get them coming from other games?
Yeah, thank you, Julian, for the question, and thank you, Ihan Fong, for the question. And with the DeFi Warrior, we feel that in the future, there are so many blockchain gaming. Why? Because we must say a thank you to IC Infinity. Yeah, I think that's the first thing in my head now. And when IC Infinity, they are very success. They will make a very good education to the gamers in the real world. So in the future, we will have more and more gamers. They join here with the crypto to play and earn. So that's the first point here, because that Here we have Faraland, we have Binary Ace, and we have DeFi Warrior here, and many gaming projects. And we do not compete with each other. We stand here with each other to educate the world about the GameFi, about the blockchain gaming. So that's the first part, that we enlist the users of the whole crypto world. And the second point here, we in DeFi world, we have some points that we are unique. Yes, as I already mentioned on the slides, so we have 3 key points here that DeFi Warrior, we are unique. And the first point, that we tell the stories about the crypto world. Yeah, when we tell a story about crypto world, so we can add more and more events into the gameplay, and you can find it very interesting. For example, with the London hard fork of Ethereum last month. So here in DeFi Warrior, we can make the same events in the game, and the user, the game players of the Ethereum Warrior, they can find very interesting on that day, when they can receive more reward when they use the Ethereum Warrior to play the game. So that's some a little bit thing in DeFi Warrior, but you can find it exciting. And the second point about the price movement, we use the price movement to boost the power of the character, and no one know that tomorrow how about the price, because if I know that tomorrow the price will pump, so today I don't buy the game, I just sell my house and put the money in the game. So in the same here, we make the game more fun with the price. Yeah, we cannot maybe forecast about the power, the water in the next 4 hours. We use the 4-hour candles in the game. And the last point is about the IGO. So with the IGO here, you can see that when you take the opportunity to buy the Warrior from our platform, it's very cheap. And then you can make it 10 times or 20 times in revenues in when you sell your Warrior. So today, even today, we already sell the Warrior. So the people, they keep buying our Warrior, and then they can sell it for on the NFT marketplace for 20x. So we make some points that we can bring the income and the benefits for the users, the game players. So I think that here with Faraland, with the Binary Ace, we are the same. We are trying every day to bring the benefits for our gamers. Yes. So that's
Thanks for the answer, Victor. That is actually interesting. I would be personally, I am extremely interested to see the game balance when the bear market comes, because the last time in 2018, 2019, it was really bad, right? For 3 years, almost every single token, there wasn't that kind of fluctuations in terms of the price difference. Everything went down together. Likewise, everything coming up back together. So I'll be very interesting, and I know you don't have the answer for me now because you guys are launching only now. But for me, yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens then.
Just wait for it. Yeah, you can wait for the Warrior, and for the very exciting gameplays.
Yeah. The next question I have is actually directed towards Sun, from the Faraland team, right? Sun, so you've been very secretive in terms of what Faraland has in terms of its upcoming features. What can you tell us in terms of the Faraland's Expedition text game? What are some of these new features that will be introduced? And do you have some tips for people who are looking to start out playing Faraland and make the transition to the full game?
Oh yeah, that's great. Actually, I was about to make some announcement on our social channel, because the expedition game is coming out, so we're planning to do some announcement. So let me share you this. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
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 Okay, so yeah, the first thing about the expedition game I want to talk about is the quest system, right? There are main quests, which are the quests that progress along the storyline. There are side quests like any other RPG game. There are also hidden quests, which you can only access by fulfilling certain conditions, such as owning some items or some hero, for example. And there are also daily quests, which are the kind of easy quests. And lastly, there are the random quests. They only appear like some events, which we will announce later. Those quests can be done once only, and except for random quests and daily quests. Okay, there's also the boss mechanism. The boss will appear at the end of most quests, which means there will be quests that doesn't contain boss, such as mail delivery quest, for example. There's also a gem pool, so the boss will be holding gems, and the players will fight the bosses to earn them. So whoever finishes the quest and kill the boss first will get the biggest gem reward. This amount will decrease respectively for the second, third, fourth, and so on until the boss run out of gems. And the gem will be restored every gacha season. At the moment, it's like once per quarter, right? And lastly, there's also the earnings. I know you're all like excited about this. So the first one you can earn is the gem. You can swap gem directly for the Farah token. The second one is item. This include equipable items like weapon, armor, and consumable items like potion. And there are also materials. Those materials can be forged into items. And actually, this is one of the most important things in the game. And at last, there's also Soulstone, which I have already reviewed earlier. I think that's all about the expedition game that I can review for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What about the tips for newer players looking to come in the game?
About the tip for players coming to the game, I think it's the best. If you haven't owned any NFT hero, you should like try to buy some Soulstone, which will be like there will be an initial Soulstone offering later. You should buy that, some of that, and then summon some demi heroes, and use that demi heroes to fight and to get earnings. And with that earnings, you can buy NFT heroes. And with that, you can actually play the game for a long time permanently.
Okay. And with this Soulstone, right? Can everyone purchase that, or would there be a limit that each person might be able to purchase?
It's like it's probably be the same as our initial hero offering. Everyone can purchase that, and you have to do it quickly.
So there is a limit, like there will be a fixed amount of supply that will be released by the developers, and players would have to come in and buy on a first come first serve basis.
Yes, that's right. And then you can get that from the bosses later.
I see. Now, what if I, as a newer player, decides to buy maybe 10? Am I allowed to, or would each account be restricted to just one?
No, there will be a restricted number, but we haven't made any decision on that.
I see. This is quite interesting. And then with this Soulstone, right? How would that actually allow them to transition to the full game? Like, what would these Soulstone actually give them?
Sorry.
What would this Soulstone, like when a new player purchase, like how would it help them to transition towards the newer game that you guys will be releasing in the future? Like, what would this Soulstone help them to do, and why people should actually purchase them?
Because we only have a limited number of NFT heroes, 20,000 at the current time. So Soulstone can used to summon new heroes. Not in the 20,000, but new heroes only have a limited time span, and they will need more soulstone to like prolong the life.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for sharing this. And when does the Soulstone go live again? Or is it
In the
already live?
expedition game in next month.
Okay. So I guess for people who are actually interested, they would have to wait till next month, with the new game feature to actually buy the Soulstone and participate.
Yes, because it's the end of September actually, so it's like a few weeks only. Yeah.
Man, end of September is actually next week.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Moving on to our next question. This question is actually directed towards levies, as well as binary X. You know, in our earlier chats, you mentioned quite a bit of stuff like implementing some of the newer DeFi features into gaming itself or the games that you guys have developed. And GameFi is very hot right now in the industry. How do you actually see the future of gaming and NFTs? What about in terms of the features that you guys are developing? I know you guys have suggested like implementing more features into DeFi. What are some of the features? Like maybe you could share one or two features that you know would make your project stand out from all the other games.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think for the GameFi, it's still a very early stage, right? Because we are at the second generation of GameFi. The first stage, I think, is can go back to the CryptoKitties, and it's quite it's a you collect the kitties and try to make it more cute. And the second generation, I think it's like some kind of like play to earn games. Axie is a good example. So we are all the second generation game, but I think the game should be evolved by itself. So there will be much more new gaming projects enter this market, and I know there are lots of very competitive game is under developing, right? So they are high quality, and also there are some 3A games out there. They will be launched next year. So I think the trend for game is still growing very fast, and especially start from this year and next year, you will see more and more high quality game in the market. And I think for players, they will be diversified, and they will divide into different groups, especially for the they will be separated by their interest. Maybe some of you like collecting card games, some of you like adventure games, and others like battles. Maybe we have different kinds of interests, so this will separate the players into different division of games. So we have lots of rooms for different games to be growing very fast. So our main focus is on the adventure games, and I think this kind of field is very exciting for new players, and it's also very popular all around the world. So our games will also evolve as we can. We will increase our game quality as well as the battle experience. So we are currently we are also in our beta version, and it's quite simple to play our games. And I think we will be more add more features and functions in the future, especially in the next year. And I think as Victor and Song Hong just mentioned, we have lots of rooms for all the GameFi projects to grow and develop together and make this market more enriched and more fluent. And also, I think for our games, we try to make our NFTs more valuable, and we'll try to cooperate with our projects. We will list our NFT on other marketplace, not only in our own NFT marketplace, but also in other a bigger marketplace like Treasuryland in BSC and also OpenSea. We try to if they can open to support the BSC in future. And also I think it's gonna be huge for lots of players to, if they can earn the daily incomes, the cash flow from in the bear market. So in the bear market, other projects can give you free cash flow, and as a GameFi project, we can give you some new cash flow and support your daily life. So this is basically, I think the GameFi project is ultimately the universal basic income project. Yeah, that's our goal.
Awesome. I think for everyone here joining in this call, Victor as well as Son, I think for GameFi, I completely agree that it's helping a lot of people in their daily lives, especially as the corona pandemic ravages on in the world. A lot of people, especially those in emerging markets or emerging third world countries, a lot of them has actually now solely started to rely on GameFi projects to actually continue to go about their daily lives and give their family even a better standard of living, right? I have one last question for all of you guys, right? I think it's for games, it is very important that the playing field between play to win as well as free to play, that playing field being almost level is extremely important. And more often than not, if you look at legacy gaming, if we look at popular mobile games like League of Legends, Dota, or even some of the RPG, MMORPG games like Final Fantasy 14, a lot of them actually do rebalance the games as well as characters, even equipment from time to time, right? So for each of you guys, how important do you see this rebalancing of game in your game itself? And how often do you guys think that such a rebalance should happen in order to keep the playing field competitive? Maybe Levis, Son, Victor, any one of you guys who would like to go first?
I think for a new game, the rebalance should be more regular and more like weekly basis. Yeah, actually, we have some rebalance on weekly basis because we have to rebalance the outflow of our in-game currency. Try to not to produce too much, and also I think the rebalance should be taken very seriously. You cannot change the entire mechanism. You just do some small adjustment. You have to communicate with all the community members, listen to their opinions, because all the players, they are deep in this game, so their opinions are valuable to us. So every week we listen to the opinions to our communities and try to balance our system. So up to now, I think it works well and according to our data. So we will try to do more balance in the next update. So every big update, we will try to rebalance the system.
I see. What about you, Victor? For DeFi Warrior, what are your plans around and your opinion in terms of rebalancing?
Yes. So I had the same idea with Levi from Binary X, and because as I mentioned, we are like an economy and we are like a country. So you must have the data from your economy every day, and then maybe at the weekend or something like that. After every week, you must make some decisions to make sure that every citizen in your country, every member in your country, they will feel happy. They feel happy because if they don't like your country, they can fly to another country to live. So here in the game, we got the same, and there's no barrier for the gamer jumping from this game to another game. There's no barrier. So we must trying to keep the gamers to stay in the game. So it's very, very important to rebalance the game. And as you can see here with the framework, we are trying our best with the product and also with our partnership, and to try to gain more resources from outside of the project to bring to our project to keep the user. And we create the events. It's not just about the gameplays, but we create more events such as the IGO, as I mentioned, and other events in the game to make sure that we can make the game more balanced, and we can take that chance, that opportunity to burn the in-game token to reduce the inflation in the game. So that's my point of view.
What about you, Son? What's your point of view and your take on rebalancing?
Actually, about rebalancing, it's like from a point of view. Actually, in the NFT gaming project, there are two types of NFT gaming. The first one is like the game which have already been produced before, and then people will apply blockchain application and then NFT application on the game and make that an NFT game. This will be very difficult for the developers to do the rebalancing. But in our Faraland team, it's like the whole game actually is based on the blockchain after all the blockchain development has complete, and it's, to be honest, it's like we can actively do the rebalancing, so it's not really a big problem for us. I think in my point of view, yeah.
Okay. With that having said, I think we have come to the end of our stream. So thanks all of you guys. Thanks Levis. Thanks On. Thanks Victor for taking the time out of your busy schedules, doing these kind of gameplay demos and telling us more, telling the community more about each individual games and how special all of your games are. So thank you for that, and I'll speak to you guys soon.
Okay, thank you, Julian.
All right.
Thank you, Julian.
Thank you, Julian.
Thank you for us today.